Hi, I'm back. I'm not going to do any all sky webcam stuff, I don't think. I just wanted to draw your attention to something that's quite disturbing, I think. This is Earthquake 3D pulled up the last 2 days. I got it on the kilometer. I'll put it back on the magnitude. Just had a recent 5.2 and a 4.9 not too long ago within the last 2 days. 5.2 was the last earthquake shown from the USGS feed. And this is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Now this is an iron-rich ridge, perhaps the most prominent iron content of anywhere on the planet from some things I've noticed, and I'll show you some links. Here's a couple here too. I've never seen any over this far over by Africa, but there have been a few popping off here and there. The reason I bring this to your attention, and here's another one down here toward the South Pole, 5.7. It's because when this dwarf star comes through, and I've already pointed out that the electromagnetics are very strong on this thing, it's going to latch hold of this mid-Atlantic ridge, which is iron rich. Here's some of the links I pulled up for you. First of all, this is what clued me to it, Zeta Talk, which although they're obviously not of the Lord, and they're getting information from channeling ETs, in my opinion, which are fallen angels. They're just being deceived. Nonetheless, Zeta Talk has had some pretty accurate reporting on this brown dwarf that's coming in. Lately, they've been diverging from accuracy, I think, and at least Nancy Leader has. Now she's pushing the arrival date way back. So I believe the powers that be have probably gotten to her. But anyway, they have several very good articles about the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. So if you just Google Zeta Talk Mid-Atlantic Ridge, you'll see them, and they document the earthquakes that have been going on since this brown dwarf has been coming into the solar system. And it's been several years now. I mean, like I pointed out before, the solar system's freaking huge. So it came up from south of the ecliptic, maybe at a 30-degree angle. It's in a 3,600-year elliptical long orbit. So, once it got in past Pluto and Neptune, then it started affecting the inner planets. And that was probably around 2008, somewhere around there, 2010. But anyway, enough of that. Here's some more stuff from Zeta Talk. And here's a couple other ones that I researched myself by just Googling Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Iron-rich plume discovered beneath the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, there's active volcanoes under there. This is where the plate tectonics are pulling apart Mid-Atlantic Ridge in the Atlantic Ocean. We're living on a dynamic planet here, folks. So that's that article. You can see the links up here, so you can like copy and paste them or whatever, and go there and research a little more yourself. And here's another good article I found. This was a USGS article about Continental Drift, and they get into ocean floor mapping, and they go way back to 1855. So there's some historic stuff here. And in 47, research ship Atlantis found the sediment layer on the Florida Atlantic was much thinner than originally thought. So there you get your rift pulling apart, see. Then here's what really was interesting to me. They were measuring the magnetic striping in the magnetite, in the basalt, the iron-rich volcanic rock making up the ocean floor. Contains strongly magnetic mineral magnetite, and that can locally distort compass readings. Well, what they found out was each time there's a pole shift, I guess the magnetite shifted polarities, and they were able to document that. And if you read more, the more you read of this article, the more you're going to see that geologic time and that the planet goes back billions and billions of years is all just BS to, in my opinion, to justify the evolution theory. But that's a very interesting article. And you can research this stuff on your own. But here's the web address for that one. So we'll go back here. You can see, so the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, it runs all the way down through here. Now this Earthquake 3D, like I said, you can download it yourself. It's a freebie. Get 7 days. You can craft it however you like. You can make it look different. Can even get there's one that shows all the plate tectonics. This one, basically, it's giving you a hollow earth to show you the far-reaching effects, I guess, of these earthquakes. I don't know. I don't like that view too much. I usually just stick it on rivers and borders, take the grid out, go to Earth-C, and they don't have this feature on the freebie, I don't believe. You get the magnitude in that though. This DEX just gives you the height. Yeah, there's the height, see? So we go to kilometers. That shows you the height in kilometers, or the depth in kilometers rather, and it's represented by height when these earthquakes are represented on the globe. The higher they are, that means the deeper they are. So there we go, 373 kilometers. This is a full 7 days, showing you what happened the last 7 days on the planet. And USGS doesn't report everything either, unfortunately. Supposedly I got it set to everything over 2.5 magnitude. It's going to pop on here. What's this here? Oh, okay, I had it way down. So I got it on 0 magnitude now. So theoretically everything over 0 is going to pop up. I think it's 2.5. That's actually their low ceiling as far as earthquake reporting goes. That's just the last 7 days on the planet, which is pretty freaking scary to me, if you ask me. So download Earthquake 3D and you'll get the reasonable reporting on up to the minute earthquakes. When they pop on, it'll be represented in green. So still the last one showing is that 5.2 in the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. So we'll step it back a little. You can see there's a huge swarm there down in the Puerto Rican Trench. That's happened before. I know I had a slip of the tongue on the last vid and mentioned El Hierro. That's this volcanic island, little island chain off of Spain, off of Africa. And that was being focused on quite a bit at one time, but it seems like they've shut the reporting down over there. That thing was being ballooned out by magma, and of course if that thing breaks off, there's going to be a huge landslide which would cause a tidal wave. The more, and that could happen. That's not too far from the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. There's a lot of stuff happening to our planet, folks, and it's not good. Hang on a sec. Here's a pretty good website, volcanodiscovery.com. It shows what's erupting. You got a list and map of currently active volcanoes. Tried to enlarge this map, but it's not cooperating. But here's the list down here. Red means major eruption there. Red means it's erupting, minor activity, and then we got light yellow. minor or unrest rather. So you can see there's one erupting, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 20 so far. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. What's this? 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. It's showing 38 erupted. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but that's still showing a lot of freaking volcanic activity. We'll try to enlarge the map, see what happens there. Everything's real slow. My computer's real slow. So I'm just gonna stop this, go somewhere else. Okay, well, that didn't do much. Yeah, we're gonna stop it. So you can see here too on Earthquake 3D, got a good bit of activity in the Madrid Fault Zone area. And see, when did this one pop? This one popped pretty recent, 464 kilometers. Holy smokes. That popped just recently. That's a deep one there. What normally happens lately, and Dutch since pointed this out, he's pretty good on earthquakes. Whenever you get a real deep earthquake, usually you're going to find some bigger and shallower ones to the north, or he now is saying to the south, but from my experience, they're usually been running northwest of wherever the deep earthquake has been popping. That's pretty deep, 464. I think between 410 and 650 kilometers, that's when the Earth's mantle starts to become more liquid. It's not nearly as solid as it is up near the crust, near the surface. So earthquakes down that deep are quite rare, actually. I'm just looking through some of the stuff I've saved over the years. Here's a good one. Shows a graphic display of the increase in earthquake activity since brown dwarf started entering into the inner solar system again. This just goes up to 2008, magnitude 6 to 8 since 1900. Here's a decent website, Intellicast.com. Click on layers. You can click on whatever you want to show. There's fire. I clicked on earthquakes. We do radar and satellite. So we pick up the clouds, and so if you want to see better representation, maybe not different anyway, catch different earthquakes that may not show up somewhere else. You can see them all here. You can enlarge it or shrink it as you want. Then they have a global site too. It's pretty good. I don't use it that much anymore, but I used to. Yes, yep. Here's the old El Hierro earthquake report I pulled up. In fact, this whole website's pretty much been shut down. Earthquakereport.com used to get some great earthquake reporting, what was going on. They were following the changes in the El Hierro volcano at Tenerife, the Canary Islands. That's what I was showing you before. It's near the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. And it was expanding at quite a quick rate. You see they covered different all around the world, but they shut that site down a while ago. And it used to list all the all the earthquakes that were going on at Tenerife, Frontera, Pinar. This is all right around El Hierro. They shut that down. Looks like the last reports here were September 10. Well, whatever.